Good morning. Good morning. I put my gloves on. Greetings and welcome back once again. You don't know if you don't already know this is Amuna. I pray everybody's doing what? Well. I pray you're doing well this morning. Bright and early. Let me do my little intro. This is Amuna. This is the Yummy Cottage. I got some work to do today. I'm about to chunk up these bricks and fulfill this here order. You done already? These bricks. I pray everybody's doing well. Like I said, shout out in the comment section. How are you liking the comedy videos? Am I the only one who's enjoying these? Because if I am, it's all good because I brought joy to my own life. You understand what I'm saying? I think these joints is funny, but let me know how you like Miss Karen. If you don't know Miss Karen, you might need to go check her out. The Karens are running wild, okay? She keeps coming to the Yummy Cottage and turning up on the waitress. You're gonna have to stay tuned to see what Miss Karen does. This is a brick. This is how my bricks come out, right? These are my beef substitutes. So that's what I'm gonna do while I'm talking to you. So long story short, right? This morning I woke up. I haven't had any time because that math had me on the run, you see. But I passed that class. Hallelujah, all praise be to the Most High. Give me thanks and praise. That joint had me stressing. I think I had like 2 new gray hairs. But we finished with that, and I just have 2 more to go. So thanks for bearing with me. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of a... Oh, what is my knife? Yeah, if I stop... Oh, what is my knife? Hold on there. We're going to talk about, I saw this meme, and in the world of upside down world, social media, it's like some stuff be going past the radar. I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like I'm actually thinking about this stuff. Like, it's not just feel good. It's like, okay, they said that. Is there any truth to it? So I saw somebody put everybody is fixing their bodies. Nobody is fixing their soul. And then they put 6 fire emojis. And I was like, well, hold on. If you were in a relationship or you at home and your parent says, all you do is play the video game, or all you do is sit on the computer, you never do anything else. If you are on the other side of that conversation, you'll be like, wait, hold up, though. That's not adding up, bro. That's not true. But when we see these hasty generalizations, that's why the conversation, even though it has kernels of truth in it, it becomes a fallacy because it's built on a faulty premise. So if but again, we're in the world of social media where as long as we put 6 fire emojis, you understand? Then it becomes truth. What are your thoughts, yo? Am I tripping? Now, as a person who has been concentrating on soul growth for umpteen years, and if you don't know, welcome, my name is Ramona. I have a lot of stuff going on, but one of the things that's in the forefront is healing intergenerational trauma. That's at the forefront of everything that I do, because I think that it's important for us to deal with the things that we either came here with or the experiences that we went through while we're here, right? And if we don't work on those things and deal with the inner man, then, did we really utilize our opportunity on earth to the fullest? So for one reason or another, that was always at the forefront of my mind. I would say always, for the last 20 years, it's at the forefront of my mind. Heaven. Okay. And so I do a lot of research. I do a lot of studying. I do a lot of self-work, all that other stuff. So what I have found in trying to share with people is that, yes, the majority of the people, I wouldn't say all, because there's a subset of people who do think it's important, but the large majority of society finds outward appearance more valuable than inward appearance. Now, I don't think there should be like, they should be compared and contrasted in that way, because how we look on the outside does affect how we feel on the inside to a certain degree. But in this society, especially today's space and time, how you look being snatched, you understand what I'm saying? How you look does have more. I'm being stalked. Yes, dear. I'm being peeped on, yo, from the corner like this. How we look, there's more onus being put on there, or value, let me say, being put on it than who we really are, especially in social media. On the Instagram generation, Facebook, YouTube generation, it's all about appearances. Never mind the person is stressed. Never mind the person is about to have a breakdown. Never mind the person it got some mental disorder. Never mind they're chronically depressed. As long as you come on social media and pretend, then you get the likes and you get all of the things that give you this false sense of, accomplishment. Let me know your thoughts, man. So, I mean, I couldn't fully agree with the thing. Sometimes you ever seen a post that you want to agree and you're like, yeah, and then you're like, oh, no, I can't agree. I'm one of those, I can't agree if I don't agree. Because the latter, the soul work takes work. It takes effort. It takes energy. It takes honesty. It takes humility, because it does all of those things. And the instantaneous, the BBLs and the all of the things that people do, the makeup tutorials. Just look at the makeup tutorials. Millions of views on makeup tutorials. How to present yourself in a way, how to trick the eye, how to deceive the heart. You feel me? People like, yeah, show me how to do it. Show me how to do it. Now I'm gonna put this over to the comments because I take my gloves off. Hey, what's going on, Truthful Perspective? Put that back, my friend. What I was gonna say, but the other stuff, what I found is that because we may have ran ahead, or life pushed us in a direction where we had to already just get in there. I love Yahuwah. Welcome to the conversation. If you're on the other social media, I think I could see YouTube. I'm not sure why I can't see Facebook, but that's another story for another day. What was I gonna say? Because we have to keep going. We have to build whatever it is, that character, whatever the construct is that we have to operate within because of survival mode. A lot of us are not afforded the luxury to step back and begin to unpack. And so because it may be easier for the body to heal if you go do some surgery or some face surgery, the people be over there, you know what I mean? People be like doing the most. I'm not even going to front. There is an epidemic. There's some documentaries on here that talks about the after effects of these butt lifts that the people are having and the fat reassignment and all this stuff like this. There's a backside. Literally, pun intended, I guess. Sorry. There is a backside. There is an underbelly, another pun, to this whole conversation. It may be a quick fix, but it's not that it doesn't come with other things. And I guess whoever's going to do it, they got to just weigh the cost and choose. But the other things that we have to deal with an inner child, or deal with the heart of the matter, or begin to change ourselves. That stuff, hey, Queen T, what's going on? That stuff is not easy, man. It's not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? It's not for the faint of heart. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm talking to y'all while I'm making my beef chunks. So have you seen them? Have you seen it? I've said it. I've said it. I'm in the mood to cut up if y'all. Let's see who else. Miss Karen is about to give you guys some jokes in a minute, but I have to work first, so you're done already. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And I'm talking about, let me see. The first ebook I made was like over 10 years ago, over a decade ago. And it was short. I mean short, people. Like it was a PDF short, fam. And people bought it. They bought, and I follow up. I'm like, yeah, the money is good, but let me know something. Did you move through the material? They're like, no, it's hard. You love the Nigerian accent? I've said it too. I used to watch a lot of Nigerian movies, but of late, I've not had the time. I have not been able to do it. But maybe I will make a Nigerian come to the Yomi Cottage and taste some of the food. Maybe. Y'all didn't know that Mona could do my accents. I could do a lot of accents. I could do a lot of accents. I just have to be around the accent for a while so that I could catch it. But you don't know already. So yeah, so you know, it's not the easiest thing to work on yourself, especially if truthful perspective said it. Yeah, everybody, we don't have a restaurant. You know what I've been noticing about the Yomi Cottage, and I'm going to be jumping because this is random ramblings of Amuna while she's doing her work. So don't stick with the program. If you're like, what is she talking about? It's okay, I understand. Sometimes I be jumping. My daughter be doing the same thing to me. I'll be like, yo, what are you talking about? Then you gotta catch me up. But I noticed that a lot of people are like, where's the restaurant that we could come in and sit down and eat? Make jollof rice? Yo, I've been watching the videos though. I'm not even gonna front. I've been watching the jollof rice video. I've been watching maybe I'll make jollof rice. I watched a plantain video. I don't think I put it up. A stuffed plantain boat. That joint was crazy. It was crazy. So maybe I'll make jollof rice. Yo, the Nigerian, the whole plate be nothing but rice and chicken. I'll be like, yo, where's the rest of the food? The plate be like heaping with rice and chicken. So the steaks y'all saw the other day don't come like this. The steak the other day was banging. The bean steak was banging. I'm not even gonna front. And the chicken gyro yesterday was good too. It was good. It was banging. The tzatziki sauce, I had surprised myself because you know I had used some vegan what is it? Yogurt, and made the tzatziki sauce. That joint was litty. For those who don't know, this is Amuna. This is my day job. You know what I'm saying? One of my business babies, which is the Yomi Cottage. We've been trying to get it off the ground for a minute now, trying to find our niche. So we still holding on 4 years later. You know what I mean? Give around the plug. And it's difficult. I am going front. It's difficult because it takes a bit of education, especially locally. You know, people have whatever concepts they may have about vegan food, which is just food. And so it's not just opening up shop and selling food. It's especially the area that we're in. It's just weird. And so it's taking a lot of patience, but we still here because each one teach one. You understand? Even over the internet, I could just, you know what I mean, help you help yourself, and you can help me help myself. And that's where back to the topic, I guess, that I put in there, is that physically it may be, you know, easier and sometimes not to improve ourselves, but the things that's behind the unseen, it takes another level. It takes another level of commitment, dedication, self-awareness, the being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because when we have to begin to look at things, it's gonna make us uncomfortable. And so it's easier to be distracted or to get into spaces where we can not have to deal with the reality. So some of us invest ourselves in our work and we become workaholics so that we don't have to go and look at the things that we don't want to deal with or address. Some of us become people who just like to be distracted. So you use things to soothe you, like chemical substances, like, you know, addictive habits like gambling or whatever it is, you know, you pick your so-called drug of choice. You know what I mean? If it's attention getting, if whatever it is, these are all coping mechanisms that we use, because when we do find ourselves healing the soul, there's a peace that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? There's an acceptance that comes with it. There's an awareness that comes with it. And the things that we used to do, we no longer have to do, because now we become okay with who we are. Yo, so I'm getting to that place. It's a beautiful place, man. Yep, the recipes, what's going on? The recipes are vegan. California, nah, bruh. They got earthquakes out in California. Let me stop. I don't know. I don't know. Something about the West Coast. Shout out to my West Coast people. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. California, I don't know. California's tripping, by the way, right about now. Yeah, you can go to the yummycottage.com, yummycottage.com, to see the things that we have for shipment. I was shipping these at one time before the whole, you know what I mean, Rona hit. But the way the transit system, I don't know if you guys have seen, things have slowed up. And because these are temp control, meaning that they have to get there in a certain period of time, because these have to keep in the fridge or the freezer. They stay longer in the freezer, right? And so therefore, the distribution on it makes me only can do these particular ones local. But we have other things at the yummycottage.com, dry goods that we can definitely ship to you. I tried to dehydrate them. I think there's another level, because you have to make sure you get all the moisture out, kind of like how they dehydrate soy chunks. But yeah, that's a whole nother level right there. So I'm doing this for a local customer. Oopsie. And so they do kind of like Asian inspired. And so they make beef soup and all that kind of stuff with it. Rather good. It's rather good, you know. Yeah, thank you so much, Queen T. That's the website, yummycottage.com. Yummycottage.com. Oopsie. So tell me if there's a recipe y'all want me to do, you know what I mean? And I'll see what I can do. And when we can, if there's a recipe you've been meaning to try, because what I find with cooking in general is that it's a practice, right? And so sometimes the recipes we see on the internet, they need tweaking. You know what I mean? They need tweaking, because some ingredients don't. Some people may be like, for instance, people working with gluten flour, which is just the protein of the wheat, right? It's protein of the wheat. That's what the gluten is. It's isolating the protein of the wheat. And that's what gives it this kind of texture right here. It's what makes your bread do what the bread does, right? When you have a grain that has low gluten, then the bread falls apart. It's not malleable. Some people, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say some. Oh, lasagna. Y'all playing games. Oh, snapsies. We might have to make some lasagna roll-ups out here. We might have to make some lasagna roll-ups. What do you say, OTT? They always listening. They're like, mm-hmm. If you don't know, OTT is the official taste testers. That's the yummy crew. You know what I mean? Nothing goes through the doors unless the OTT tastes it. We might make lasagna. That's a good idea. I am no front. We haven't had that in a while. With some garlic bread and some salad, bro. Yeah, that sounds good. What was I gonna say? Yeah. What else would you guys like to see me make? Lasagna is a good one. I'm put that on the list. I'm definitely gonna put that on the list. If you see me quiet, it's because I forgot what I was saying. So for the lasagna, I crumble these up and make it into grounds, and that's gonna be your ground beef or ground turkey or whatever the case may be. Yes, Queen T, I'm gonna make the green eggs. I'm gonna make the green eggs 2 ways, and I'm gonna put it up here so you can see how to make the green eggs. I'm definitely gonna do that. Make it with the waffle mix and everything. So I'm gonna make that as well. Marketing in this day and time, like when I started many years ago, it was different, but now the whole place is flooded with just cooking videos, this, that. So it's just interesting to continue to kind of grow and evolve and see how you can showcase your product and stand out amongst so many people doing the same thing. You know what I mean? It's something that it reminds me way back when we used to do shea butter at the flea market, right? So all the people are lined up at the flea market, and my husband's there looking at me, and and you know, there's all these tables, and so I'm like, yo, you gotta do something different. I think I told this story already. You got to do something different. So, you know, I have different modes of Amuna. I got Florida Amuna. She's chill. She relaxed. I got the Jamaican Amuna. You know what I mean? That's the upbringing. That's the roots. That's the mode we can definitely turn up on. You know what I mean? And then you got the New York, because I was born in New York. So you have all of these capabilities. You understand? So we standing there. It's a table all set up and everything. By the way, thanks for sticking with me, because y'all make the picking of the thing go really quickly. So we standing there, and nobody's coming to the table. So I'm like, man, forget this. I start yelling out all of the I start yelling out all of the benefits of the shea butter. You know what I mean? Stretch marks, eczema, you know what I mean? Dry skin. I start hollering. He looking at me like, what are you doing? Right? Because I'm yelling it out. Like, you know what I mean? You have to let the people know what you have. And I think I do a lot better in person when I'm selling, right? So he starts yelling it out now. And then people are like, because some people are visual, some people are auditory. So you have to get them. So some people will hear it and they will come, oh, eczema, my son has eczema, blah, blah, blah. That starts a conversation, and then you do what you do. So one day we selling, and then I'm hollering, eczema, stretch marks, right? So this lady comes up to the table mad. You trying to say I got stretch marks? I was like, lady, I wasn't even talking to you, but if you do, you might want some of this Zahava shea butter. Because people come with their own insecurities. People come with their own hangups. People come with their own triggers, right? So I didn't know. I don't know what your belly looks like. You feel me? I didn't know that you had stretch marks or whatever the case may be. So we hear whatever frequency we're attuned to. So all the other people walk by, they didn't have a problem with me saying stretch marks, but she did, because that may be at the forefront of her mind. That's kind of how we deal, period, in life. Somebody may not even be saying something to you or about you, but because that is what's at the forefront of our mind, we take offense. That's what's going on in this council culture too, right now, is that people are hung up on so many things, confused with so many things, bombarded with so many things. The mind is just like this soup of all of these fears and shortcomings, and my lashes are not long enough, and, you know, this and that, and my waist is not snatched enough. See, y'all like how I'm looping it back together, right? Just bear with me. You know, all of these things that they say you must have, and you're not good enough if fill in the blank. And so they use these triggers to pull us in, you know what I mean? So once we begin to get into a space of acceptance of the things that we cannot change, and change the things we cannot accept, you know what I mean, or will not accept, then we are no longer this prey, really. Soul triggers, okay? They're triggering us at a very core level, and then you have to ask yourself, well, what is it? It really, and I could be wrong, so y'all share your thoughts. That at the basis of it is it's fear, number one. At the basis of all of these motivating factors to get us to do all these things is fear. Try my sister and I line, theloveofpeople.com. We have a butter mixture. Our line is shampoo, styling products. That's what we're gonna have to do, Queen T. We're gonna have to go over there and go check out Queen T's line. We could do it online. Go check out what she got over there. Definitely. If you got hair, you know what I'm saying, which a lot of people do, check out Queen T, the Love of the People hair butter mixture line. Check it out. Shout out to Queen T. Always coming through, always sharing, always bringing the good vibes. What was I gonna say? Let me not gonna say it. You know who I think made my memory? Babies. Me go blame babies now. Watch ya. The breastfeeding. I'm wondering if loss of memory is a side effect of extensive breastfeeding, because Yo, my memory, now I know why my grandmother used to call everybody's name before she got to the right person, son. She would call the whole, and she had 9 children. So imagine getting called everybody's name plus the children of everybody. It's like, yo, that's not who I am. She be like, what I name that again? So y'all please excuse me. Now I understand, yo. I need some ginkgo for real. What was I gonna say? See it again there? I'm not spazzing, y'all. I'm not on nothing. It's just I realized that my brain capacity right now, even trying to do back some of the schoolwork, I was like, wow, it ain't like I used to. It's the mommy brain. It's the mommy brain. What's your name? It's just too much stuff going on. So just I think they should just wear name tags. The youth them just should wear name tags so you know exactly who you're talking to. Right? Right, OTT? Wee. I got a whole nother case to go, y'all. So yep, that's what's going on. When I look at all of this stuff, I'll be like, yo, y'all doing the absolute most, more than ever. Everybody is selling the best thing ever. You know what I mean? Everybody's selling the best thing ever. They're not telling you the side effects. Now, I don't really drink a lot of caffeine, although I'm not a coffee person, but I've been drinking bean juice. I've been drinking bean juice. And you guys like, mommy, why are you drinking bean juice? That's coffee, right? I was like, yo, I'm not a coffee person. It makes me feel weird. But then I'm like, yo, let me test out this coffee thing. I see why people drink it. You love the energy today? I got time today, sis. Yo, and also because I finished the math. That math was sitting on me. Although I'm gonna take this test so that I could test out of this last math portion right here. So I'm just taking a minute before I study up to take this CLEP test. Shout out to a homeboy who told me about the CLEP test. I didn't even know that you could test out of certain classes, the intro classes. So now I got to study for that. But I was under pressure. Usually when I'm under pressure, I just get quiet. Like, leave me alone. I'm under pressure. Oh, I'm under pressure. People be like, oh, I'm under pressure. Pray for me. I'll be like, I have to go in, channel my inner strength when I'm under pressure. So that's what's been happening there. So let me know your thoughts, man. Once you have the work done on your body, you must maintain and keep up health. So you still have to do the work. Yeah, you can still have to do the work. And that's the thing. Back to the conversation, it's not really just pitting one against the other. The internal work, there's some people be like, I'm working on the internal me, and outside is going to Hades in a handbasket. You still got to maintain your body, your shell. You still got to maintain your vehicle, your vessel. You know what I mean? It's only wise. You still have to maintain. You need to be it, Truthful perspective. Let me tell you, let me just say that Ethiopian coffee, that again, like I said, I've never really been a coffee drinker. So you went to Ethiopia, they be drinking coffee like it's orange juice, Bridget. So everywhere you go, like, you want some Buna? I'm like, nah, Bridget, I don't want no Buna. So then one day, Buna is coffee, right? One day we go and they drink in these little cups because they taking like straight shots of that joint. And so one day I go and drink some Buna. My backside. I'm like, yo, what did y'all put in here? First of all, coffee, when I was younger, it used to make me sleepy. So I never understood why people say it'll keep them up. It used to make me want to go to sleep. Yo, that Buna, let me just say, it ran my belly. My belly was on a marathon after that Buna. Now, I don't know if it was the coffee or whether it was the water that they used to make the coffee. Either way, it wasn't a good experience. Now, Ethiopian coffee is one of the best in the world because the way it's grown, at the altitude in which it's grown. You know what I mean? So that was then. I don't know. I haven't had any lately. That's real talk, fam. That is real talk. So yeah, I'm not really a big coffee drinker, but I have been drinking the bean juice lately. And the youth them is like, why are you doing this? I just need to just go back to what is straight black. Yeah, that drink is crazy. That drink, I'm like, yo, y'all doing too much. And now that's when I understood why, like before daylight, you just hear people just moving in the dark. I'm like, yo, what are y'all? It's the coffee they be drinking. It's the coffee they be drinking. Like over there, before daylight hit, when that sun coming up, you just hear people bustling. I'm like walking up and down the streets. I'm like, where y'all going? By daylight hit, boom, they moving. Now I know why. It's that coffee. They lit. They are lit. One day we was at the market and I saw a dude, I'm not exaggerating, dude had to have at least 10 chairs like stacked on top of one another, on top of his head, going through traffic like this. I'm like, what in all of Ringling Brothers and Barley Billy Circus is going on right now? I'm like, yo, y'all do too much, brethren. Like, take a second trip. Why you got all of them chairs on your head top? But that funny. It's funny. It's funny. I got 2 more lots to go. What's going on, peoples? So yeah. That's just my thoughts. I didn't fully agree with the meme, although it had some validity. And you know, the truth be told, we the people, for the most part, will have it so. We encourage people who pretend. You know what I mean? Who put on airs. You know what I mean? Who make it look like they're succeeding. We like that kind of stuff for some weird reason. You know what I mean? We think his hashtag goals until we find out the truth. And it's like somebody saw the Jada Pinkett, the Smiths relationship. And then they was like, oh, y'all was over there saying hashtag goals because it's all about perception here. And that's just, it just speaks to where people are at in their mind. It's not, you know. Y'all see me working hard, yo. By the time my fingers be numb by the time I finish picking what is called? Beef chunks. So let me tell you what, this can make teriyaki. This can make curry. This can make a whole lot of stuff. It can make shepherd's pie. I've made all of those, by the way. Absolutely tasty. It's the base for our burgers. You done know already. So any other questions or comments, feel free to share. After this, I'm gonna package this joint up. I finished making juice. Yep. What is it called in store? What this is called chunks. Beefy chunks. I have the chicken ones too, made from chickpeas. These ones are made from black beans. So what I've tried to accomplish, although I realize that oftentimes, because we like what is oftentimes the vein, we like the vein. I've aspired to make it as wholesome as I can, meaning no additives. Like if you go to, no shade, but if you go to the store and you get Beyond Meat and you get Impossible, just flip the back, read the ingredients. Read the ingredients. I've been saying this for how long? Over a decade. I think one of my first videos was talking about this. Read the ingredients. It has a lot of things in there that might have just eat the cow. Because the stuff that they put in there it's foreign to your body as well, right? So it's defeating the purpose of claiming you're eating alternatively when you're gonna consume a whole lot of things. So like those Impossibles, Beyond, just read the ingredients is all I gotta say. You know what I mean? The ingredients is a thesis paper. The ingredients is a thesis paper. So the ingredients in this is just black beans and vital wheat. That's it. And then you season it as you so desire. You know what I mean? So whatever you're gonna make, there's a lot of people like vegan this, vegan that, vegan this, vegan that. No, vegan is not necessarily healthy. Not what the people are doing to it. and it's just vegetables. Anything that the West gets, I'm sorry to say, and I don't want to go on like a little tirade, but the only thing that the West gets, they convolute it, Regin. Anything the West gets, they're gonna exploit it. The West get turmeric. Now it's the miracle cure. And it's like, yo, Regin, slow down. The West gets Irish sea moss. Now sea moss. When we were growing up, we used to call it Irish moss. And it was something that was well known throughout the Caribbean. It's a drink that you make and you consume. Boom. It's within its context. It's not the super, it's not the magic pull, the silver bullet. It is something that you eat among eating other things. When I was growing up, it's called ITEL food. What they're calling vegan food now, ITEL food is basically healthy, vital food that's good for your body and nourishment. But now it has to be this sensationalized, highly processed, commercialized vibration that then ends up not being healthy and then loses its value. How many people remember like 20 years ago when they were dumping on coconut oil and they had a whole smear campaign on coconut oil? Who remember that? Oh, coconut oil is the worst. It's not good for you. This, that, and the third. And they was hating on coconut oil big time. Big time. It was political. It didn't have nothing to do really with the value of coconut oil. It had to do with whatever it is, whatever scams or whatever they was running. And now coconut oil is making this comeback. But before they demonized coconut oil. So oftentimes, unless the people can capture the market and exploit it till it doesn't have any value anymore and make sure they make tons of money off, unless they can do that, they're not. That's why I was like, yo, why? Anytime they get a hold of some, for instance, oat milk. I'm under you and what? Yeah, my bad. It looks like the thing goes out. I got 2 more bricks to go. When they were small, I was like, yo, I need to get some milk. So this is when blogs were running the cut, not so much YouTube. It was more blogs. It was more people who honestly was living this lifestyle, not for commercial exploits, but because it had benefit. And I'm on here making oat milk umpteen years ago. No, enters big, you know what I'm saying, corporations. You know, ooh, oat milk is the simplest thing to make at your house. Oat milk has a sweeter taste. It's kind of gelatinous, so if you have to be careful because when you heat it back up, it will turn kind of like porridgey. But if you want to make oat milk, it's simplest things to make. Almond milk as well, it's the simplest thing to make. But when people say, "Oh yeah, we could," you know what I mean? We could da 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 off of it. Yeah, it's one thing to want the people to buy from you. It's another thing to empower the people so that what they're buying or what they're doing is sustainable. And what they're doing now with this so-called vegan space is disheartening, because what they're doing is pushing people right back into the same thing that got them in the position in the first place, which is to exploit, commercialize, and make it where now it's become unattainable. You know what I mean? It's unsustainable for some people because they think that it means all of these processed things, or it means that I have to stay a long time in the kitchen, or it means that, you know, you can't live. Just leave it up to the West to just be extra about life, eh? I'm peeling the skin if y'all wondering what I'm doing. I'll do oat milk again. That was many umpteen years ago. The oat milk. Eating dates and drinking oat milk right now. Yeah, you can use the dates to sweeten the milk. Oat milk will naturally have a little sweetener to it. I used to put molasses in there. I'll do another oat milk video. what was I gonna say? The seafood thing, part of palm is good. Some people use banana blossoms. I haven't been able to find the banana. Yo, let me stir my pot real quick. Hold on. My bad. It's my sugar water for my juice, bruh. I haven't been able to find the banana blossoms without the additives, the metasulfate, whatever they put in there. So I haven't really used the banana blossoms because some of these additives is to preserve the thing, but some people use banana blossoms. Some people use, I use heart of palm, so, you know, and that will, and the seasoning. You don't know? Yeah, so the oat milk, I'll do another video on the oat milk. Maybe I'll let Miss Karen do a video on the oat milk. Queen and Zinga, Wagwan, long time no see. Y'all want Miss Karen to do a video on the oat milk? You want her to do some cooking for y'all, yo? Yo, Miss Karen gonna turn up. Y'all just wait, son. I think I'm having too much fun with that. But it's funny. To me, anyway. Wee! And she be impromptu, just be saying crazy stuff off the cuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's that, man. That is that. Each one of us have to come to the point within our own self to whatever is important for us. You know what I mean? Whatever is important for us. That's kind of where I have arrived at after all these years of sharing and da. It's really whatever we vibrate on, whatever is important to us, and the reality that people come to this at their own time. So you could be ready for the conversation, and other people are not ready for the conversation, and then life brings them to the point where the information is there. So, and it's all over. There, you know, YouTube right now. There's a lot of professionals. There's a lot of counselors. There's a lot of people who have been in the field and who are just ready to just share their hair. Doctors, like I said, there's a few that speak about certain things that may be able to help you get through whatever it is that you may be going through, or pass along to. It may not be you. It may be for somebody else. Not everything we come across is for us. It may be for other people. And then we're just a conduit to share this information. Thank you so much, Queen and Zinga. Yeah, long time no see. Long time no see. You know, somebody told me that years ago. Years ago, I think I was passing through like Macy's or something. And they were like, yo, yellow is your color. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, yellow is my color. They're like, yes, because your skin has some yellow undertones. So it's funny that you say that. Thank you. Yellow is I've heard that. Yeah, I was young. And they're like, yeah, yellow is your color. So you don't know, sunshine in the house, and these things and those things. Oopsie. We're almost done, y'all. See? How long? It take me about an hour. Like if I gotta do like 4 cases, that joint gonna take me a minute. I did 2 cases and we add about 45 minutes in. So I have 1 more brick to go, and then I'm gonna have to package this stuff up. You heard me? Yeah, so you don't know. How's everybody making it through the craziness? That's what's up, Queen. Link me, you don't know. I'm here. I've been, like I said, I've been trying to finish up some stuff. By December. This thing is looping. Oh, I'm chunking up the beef, the black bean beef, brethren. The black bean beef. I might have to hire some marketers. I think it's just a lot for me. or really just become really more solidified in the direction. There's many directions to go with this. Either provide like what I'm doing right now, or make it and then, you know, make the dishes. I was trying to empower other people to have vegan options in their stores or in their restaurants, but that takes a lot of marketing and actually physically going out and doing all that stuff. Yep. So let me know, you guys have any other things you want to talk about? Yeah, it's black bean beef. See that? See that? You see that? Let me get in that camera. Good. Want to see it? So this particular thing is the chunk. If I was to grind it up, it would be the grounds. So anything else? Anybody want to share? We're gonna wind down. I know it's been crazy. Anybody get forced to take the juke? You know what I mean? Anybody take the juke? How's the juke thing going? Are y'all surviving the gas prices, man? The other day I went to this $3.15 gas price. I'm like, brethren, what is going on in the world today? You know what I mean? Are y'all packing up? Make sure you got a little something at your crib, a little something, little water, little extra water, little extra, you know what I mean? Little extra something at the yard, so that y'all could, you know, weather any storm that may come. Gardening is beautiful. We've been buying more plants too. We've been buying more plants. Although, like I tell you them today, I don't know if it's in the water, because we were feeding the plants filtered water. And then somebody, I'm not gonna name no name, somebody put lemonade in the filter. These are, like I said, if I was into highly sharing with the internet, y'all would be like, yo, your life is wild, son. But somebody, I'm not calling on him, accidentally put lemonade in the filter. And from then, the filter broke. So we've been feeding the plants the regular water from the store, and the plants have shriveled up. So now we're in the midst of trying to figure out what water does the plant would they prefer. They're very, very temperamental. Yeah, gardening a little. Let me know what you guys are growing. Right now, oregano shrivel up. Basil is holding on, and rosemary is holding on. But who else? Well, chamomile has shriveled up as well. And I'm inclined to believe it's the water. Because when we was giving them the rainwater, they was fine. So there goes that. Ooh, beets, Swiss chard, herbs, and Scotch bonnet. That's that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there. Thanks for sharing. Oh, okra too. You know, okra has been the only thing that I have not been able to wrap my mind around. I don't know if it's childhood trauma or the fact that it's slimy, but okra has excellent benefits, man. I even tried one time to do the whole thing they say to cut the top and the bottom and then put it in the water overnight. And then drink and then strain and then drink the water. The ghetto balcony. The herb shop. I've tried that, yo. I need to get over my thing of okra, boy. Because they were they used to cook it, it used to be slimy. And I couldn't do Rasta. I grew exposed to the Rasta ideology. If one would say a Rastafarian would subscribe to certain things that I would not be able to subscribe in my current state of being, but there are a lot of things that Rastas, yeah, notice I'm talking proper here, that Rastas have right. Let me say, everybody has a portion, and there's some things they have right and some things they have wrong. So you may get Rasta vibes based on the way in which I was seasoned. We're soon done. You flash fry the okra? I don't know, bruh. I haven't arrived. I haven't arrived, yo. The okra is just like, or you also may be getting roster vibes because, you know, the whole Jamaican thing. But you understand. Apple cider vinegar, it cuts the slime. Really? Yo. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't know. The okra, look, okra and porridge is a big thing for me. Like porridge. Let me tell you something. When I was young, you see, I'm in the mood today. And living in the cold region of the up north, these Caribbean parents, the transplants, they tried to wholesale bring all of Jamaica into the cold of New York. And things like cornmeal porridge was not my favorite. I don't do lumps. I don't do coagulation. Yo, son. Yo, the trauma. I'm still working through that. Don't worry. I'm still working through the trauma. The only problem that I could do, and just even the smell. Listen, if I smell this combination, cinnamon, nutmeg, if I smell that combination hitting the water and beginning to go into the air, it just does something to me. I already know what's coming next. I'm having flashbacks. But not do lumpy porridge. No. I'd be like automatically gag reflex off the rip. They say name something that will get your Caribbean card revoked. Porridge. I don't do it. I don't. Yo, people over there dipping bread into porridge. What are we doing? What are we doing with our life? What is that? But I did not pass that on to my children. They love porridge. Don't you, children? Mm-hmm. They love porridge. See, I tried not to pass on my traumas to the next generation. They love porridge. They actually had some this morning. Didn't you, children? So, you know, I can make porridge. For them, I make it. But something about it. Something about it, man. But plantain porridge, maybe. I may take 2 little spoons. Banana porridge, green banana porridge, maybe. Just maybe. And it's gonna literally be like a tight little baby spoon, fam. I'll be like, taste it, it not taste good. You're gonna be like, yeah, man, it tastes good. But cornmeal porridge, brethren, why are we doing this? Why is there long? And then I'm done here. What I almost hated as much as the cornmeal porridge is washing the cornmeal porridge pot. Even the touch of it. The little film that goes at the bottom. You know the little film that they did. Wash out the pot. And you're like, I don't want to touch it. No, I don't want to touch it. I'm sorry, y'all. If you think I waste the skins, these are the skins. We don't. Let me tell you something. These skins here, you see that? Delightful skins, nothing wastes. These skins make, so we have the meaty, we get 2 products at the end. We get the skins, and then we get the core chunk here. Okay? And let me tell you something. Oh my. I use vanilla bean paste in mine. It's the pod caviar made a difference in opposition to plain extract. Queen Nzinga, Miss Sorry. You must always stir consistently. Nope. I remember one time they made me 8 pot. I'll never forget, bruh. I'll never forget. I was like, eat the thing. I was young too. I was like, no, I can't eat it. I can't do love. They thought I was just making it up. Everywhere. Me not care how much coconut milk you want to put in it. Me not like it too. I don't like it too. No. Anyway, I'm glad you guys tuned in. I pray everybody's doing well. If I finish all my work today, Miss Karen may have a next episode, but I'm thinking no. I'm thinking Miss Karen is gonna come back tomorrow. We got some funny stuff. We got some funny stuff planned. I have to talk to my crew, okay? All right, people. I'm going to show them my part when I'm done. Then now I have to go bang up this thing. Yeah, we here, we out here. Any more questions or comments? I know I jumped around, but hey, it's open mic. You don't know already? This is how it goes sometimes. You know what I mean? This is how it goes sometimes. I'm done. No, I have finished. I have completed. Brother Numspa. Yo, who remember that Brother Numspa? Yo, random stuff be coming. Brother Numsi. That joint used to be funny. You remember when Ellie Murphy and Golden Child, when he when he went to the airport and my long lost brother Numsi. That joint was funny, yo. Go wash up this. Should we build with Islam? I don't know. I mean, right now, people have problem building with themselves. This is the finish. Oh, you see this big old pot. Now I gotta bag that up. I gotta bag that up, son. Oh, you been on Clubhouse? Yeah, yo, I see it. It's on next. I see a lot of people been on Clubhouse. Let me put this up. Malaya is watching me on YouTube. Malaya. I go around the corner. I catch this joker over here watching me on YouTube. She's supposed to be doing her homework. You see the life I'm living? Malaya, come here, little girl. Oh, Malaya. All right. Let me tidy up. Shana, come. Were you watching me on YouTube? Why are you watching me on YouTube? Can you not see me right here? Yeah, the mandates are crazy. The mandates are crazy. I pray we have the strength. I pray we have the foresight. I pray we have the vision to endure, really, because there's a lot going on. You understand? It's test time. That's all I gotta say. It's test time, people. Hope you've been studying, because the space and time that we're in, it's gonna require some fortitude. It's gonna require some resolve. It's gonna require that you know who your power is. You know who your maker is. There's a lot of people who's gonna fold, look to the left and to the right of you. There's a lot of people who spent a lot of time not developing the inner person, who, because they don't have any grounding, because they are not sure, because they don't have any resolve, they're easily manipulated, right? So that's kind of where we are right now. Now is the time to know what you know and muster up the strength and the courage to move through these murky waters, right? It is definitely spiritual warfare. It's everywhere. And what's going on, Deborah? It's spiritual warfare. It's happening everywhere. And make no mistakes about it. Make no mistakes about it. It's in the water, it's in the air, it's in the food, it's in the TV, it's in the clothing. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? And the people, they want your soul. This is why people think, oh no, that sounds so conspiracy theory. Okay. Okay. Is it now? Malaya. I caught you again, Malaya. Malaya, don't play with me. Oh, yo. Am I out of boxes? Hold on. That's it. We need to add some more. We need to add some more. We need to add some more. It's challenging times. Yeah, it's challenging times right now, not meaning to get all, spooky on people. Y'all trying to rock with me? I'm about to, now I gotta measure. Hold on. The Chronicles of the Yummy. Yesterday, I was steaming in the Instapot, right? I need to clear off my table. Yesterday, I was steaming in the Instapot, and I wanted to put the two of them on one time. So I was looking for this right here, this little tiny piece, okay, the pressure valve, and I'm making noise. Where is my pressure valve? I look everywhere. We pulled on everything. Can't find this thing. Can't find this thing. Go to Walmart. They don't have it. I'm like, who chose? So the Shiloh, my oldest, maybe it went in the garbage. I was like, what? It seems to me that you would have thrown it in the garbage, right? And I'm going 2 hours, 3 hours later, can't find this pressure valve, okay? I have it in my cart on Amazon, like I'm gonna have to order this thing. But a mind tell me, just wait, don't order it yet. Don't order it yet. So after I finish steaming everything and I pull out the basket, where is the pressure valve? The pressure valve was in the bottom of the pot getting steam. Yo, sometimes, what do we learn from that? Sometimes we have it all along. But because we didn't realize that it was hidden, or because we didn't realize that we mistakenly put it where it doesn't belong, we go mad looking for it. But sometimes we have the answer all along. You feel me? I have to apologize and stuff. Didn't I, OTT? Didn't I apologize, OTT? So you gotta apologize when you're wrong, you know what I mean? Even if they're children, because I was over here blaming her hard body. I'm like, yeah, you did that. You lost my pressure valve. She's like, why are you blaming me? I said, you look guilty. Yo, I don't like that. So yeah, apologize to your loved ones if you're wrong. You know what I mean? Fix the issues. Because if we're talking about building with other people, but you can't build with those who are in front of you, then how you gonna build with the stranger? You know what I mean? If we don't establish right relationships built on respect, no matter the age or even the position. Some people think, oh, you're younger than me, you a child, so I don't gotta respect you. That's not true. How do you expect them to respect you if you don't respect them? There's some parents who don't respect themselves. They don't respect the children, but they demand respect. It don't work like that. Not in reality. It may work like that in your altered reality. What's up, babe? It don't work like that in reality, though. Let's see what's going on. I thought I lost my ATM card, and you know it, and it was returned to me. Oh, wow. Hallelujah. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. I know what it's like to think you lost a car. Yeah. I'll tell you. Y'all got too many stories today. But here's one more because Queen of Zinga pulled it out of me. Look, I tell you about the forgetfulness. I was pregnant. Was I pregnant? Yeah. I was pregnant. And I had a check or some money. No, I took out some money, a large sum of money to do something. I forgot what I was going to do. So I went to the bank, took it out, did something. And by the time I got to the house, no money. No, they give it to you in the envelope. This was years ago. No envelope, no money. Like the creator is really on time. So I'm stressed. Right? I'm like, oh my goodness, I lost the money. I lost the envelope. I'm stressed, right? It wasn't no $20 you pulled out the bank. So I'm like, yo, what in the world? I forgot what I was pulling it out for, but something happened and I got distracted. Mommy brain. So when I'll go home now, it's like, yo, you lost the money? And I'm like, yo, I don't know where I put it. Long story short, I never forget. I went to sleep the night. I was praying, Most High, where did I put this money? Where did it's not in my purse? Thing. Where did I put this money? I went to sleep that night and I dreamt, no lie. I dreamt go back to the bank. Okay? So I'm like, yo, next day, as soon as daylight come with the big belly, going back to the bank. Like they put it up. Go back to the bank. I went back to the bank. And I said, hey, I was here yesterday, envelope. Yo, no lie, the teller just said, I remember you, turned around, went to the cabinet, opened it, and took the envelope out and gave it to me. I was like, oh, hallelujah. They said, we saw when you left it yesterday and we put it up. So if you're connected, if you get your spirit right and your soul right, the creator will let you know. You will get it in dreams and visions. And I went to sleep. I went to sleep that night. Next day, I'm like, back to the bank. That's where it's at. And that's exactly where it was at. Exactly where it was at. So what is rightfully ours will be returned on to us. Hallelujah. Now is the time. If you're not ready, get ready. Get in alignment. You know what I mean? It's crazy out here in the streets. And if you don't know who you are, that takes some time to find out. Because like somebody said, how crazy would it be if you do things for them because you're being forced to, only to be fired anyway, only to be smeared anyway, only to be violated anyway. So you're doing something to think that you're going to preempt whatever judgment that they say is coming to you, and they do it anyway. Now you're looking double crazy. Yeah, she said, Queen Zinga said exactly how it happened. Yeah, sometimes a small, still voice will be like, just be easy, hold on. It's coming back. And you're like, where? Your rational mind is like, where is it? You start thinking about all the scenarios. It's like, yo, be easy. If that's the case, because then, you really just have to be in tune to know what move to make. And that's period. You know what I mean? You got to just be in tune to know which direction to go in. Because everybody's direction may not be the same in this space and time, right? And sometimes we be trying to bring people along. You trying to bring Lot into, you've been trying to bring Lot along with you, and Lot go over there telling yeah, I set up next to Sodom. I set up next to Sodom. Yo, Lot, you go east, you go west. That's another conversation for another day. But Lot, of all the places you could have chose, you was like, yeah, I'm gonna go down there on the edge of Sodom, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been looking over there lately. That's where you chose to go. That's where he chose to go. It must have been popping. Let me get some, wash my hands. All right, peeps. All right, let me finish this off because I got some other things to do, but I pray everybody have a blessed day. Link me up. Yeah, the enemy going to show up in all spaces, you know what I mean? Especially in this day and time. And through people, through, they're going to do the Lot's wife, not Lot's wife. They're going to do the Job's wife on you. You know what I mean? They're going to show up to test. And it's really to see what's in your heart. You know what I mean? So if we haven't been taking the time to do that spring cleaning, to see what's in our heart, to be purged, to be cleansed, all this stuff is going to come out. All this stuff is going to come out. You know what I mean? And it's going to come out at the most inopportune time. So now is the time. We have the ability, we have the time, the Most High blessed to, get our mind right. I watched a movie the other day, and then I'm really done for true. I watched a movie the other day. I saw a TikTok. A sister sent me a TikTok, right? And the TikTok was about a movie. No, an Amazon Prime movie named, what is the movie name? I don't really watch a lot of movies unless specific. What's it name? Utopia, right? On Amazon Prime. So I was like, oh, is this a movie? Then let me go check it out, because they was talking about the whole joke. They was talking about the whole everything, right? So I was like, let me go check it out. So I go over there. It's not a movie. It was a series. So I said, let me watch this series. Now, I usually don't do shoot up and all this stuff, but I was like, let me just see what's going on. Long story short, all of these people come to a certain collective because of different reasons. This is what I wanted to pull from that. By the way, if you've seen that, it's crazy, right? But these people come together to fight evil or for different reasons. And now when the pots start getting hot, when the reality sets in, you see who's about it, who's really scared, who's trying to run away. You see all of this stuff comes out. My point being, when the pot starts to get hot, you see what's what and who's who. So sometimes we could have the biggest talk, but when it comes down to it, y'all people doing the Peter. Get away from me, I don't know you. Jay said, Peter, you gonna deny me? He's like, I don't know you. Nah, I would never do that. I'm never gonna do that. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, they over here doing the Peter. Doing the Simon son. You understand? Yeah, that title is crazy. They doing the Peter. So you got to be careful, because Peter was confident, wasn't he? I had to dip over there in the J Chronicles real quick. Peter was confident. He was like, nah, me never that. I'm your right hand dude. We down like 4 flat tires. Next thing you know, when the judgment come, Peter said, who? No, man, never me. I heard they were wrong, Sumadiata. Could never be me. Could never be me. I don't even know him like that. Malaya, I see you. Let's turn on. Anyway, just food for thought. The name of the show is Utopia. Essentially, the premise is about what we're seeing now. Oh, wait, and another the takeaway from the show. Okay, basically, the premise is that there's some people who created a vac joke who wanted a mass hysteria, which is happening now. It's all crazy, right? Long story short, it mirrored a lot of what is going on today. And when the series was finished, y'all just check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. When the series was finished, I was like, well, where's the part 2? Because this is what's happening in today's space and time. Amazon canceled it. They're not bringing it back. I was like, ooh, I wonder why. You know what I mean? I wonder why. Anywho, let me finish this, because now I got to go finish some juice. I done already. Oh, 1 hour, 13 minutes. I want to finish this, so I can't finish the other stuff. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with me. And I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, the parallels is crazy. I don't like it was excessive goriness, but it's really showing you a mentality and the objective. Basically, the long and short of that movie, or I don't call it series, was that the juke, okay, the juice, the V juice was made to sterilize the people. Go figure. It was made to sterilize the people. And so the people who would take the V juice, if they didn't die, they would be sterilized. So it'd be seedless fruit. Good to see you too, sis. It'll be seedless fruit. And that's not the only show that talks about that. Like I keep saying, Demolition Man speaks about a lot of what we're seeing today. What's the next movie? I watched another one that Children of Men. about the women that how they had some V juice, and the V juice made the people sterile, and then 18 years later there was no children being born. It went to 0 birth rate, and then they found this one melanated girl and she was pregnant. How many people remember that movie? So now the V juice going to toddlers is to make sure that from the very core, the ability to reproduce. Don't get me started on this Handmaid's Tale thing, Deborah. I got to go. Look, the Handmaid's Tale thing, I need another bowl. The Handmaid's Tale thing is crazy. The Handmaid's Tale thing is crazy too, man. The Handmaid's Tale thing is wild. That's another story for another day. The name of the movie is on Amazon Prime. The name of the movie is Utopia. And it's funny because it was running last year around when the whole thing started, and then they just cut it off. They said they're not gonna bring it back again. So go figure that. You know what I mean? I guess y'all gonna rock with me while I bag this thing up, eh? Y'all coming to work today? Yeah, so that's that was two movies. The Children of Men. It was crazy, but it basically the premise was the same. That, and also, what's the name of that movie? Not Independence Day. I Am Legend. I Am Legend is another one that the issue became the V juice. So I Am Legend is another one, the one with Will Smith and the dog. Those are a number of movies that are illustrating the same thing. The objective or the desire. And really it's seedless fruit, you feel me? That's really where it's going. So when the women are reporting that it's messing with their cycle, at first they were denying it until they could no longer deny it, and then they awarded millions of dollars to see the effects of the V juice. So that's also something to keep in mind. That's something definitely to keep in mind. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why I say everybody gonna have to make their own choices. It's not yeah, it's with Will Smith. That one is I Am Legend. That one came out a while ago. Where in the beginning of the movie the news report is saying they found a cure for cancer. I think that one was, and then everybody who took the vaccine turned into zombies. You remember that one? I need more bags. You did the makeup on that? Did you watch? Did you watch the what you call it, sis? Hello. Queen Nzinga said she did the makeup on that. Did you watch the whole movie? Hold on, peoples. There's no talking while I'm weighing. It's the weigh-in. Because you gotta make sure. I told you I don't be playing with the weight. My weight gotta be on point, fam. Where my thing on? There we go. Yeah, it was him and the you had to do 500 zombie exactly. That's prophetic, ain't it though? That's prophetic though. You had to do 500 zombie extras. That's crazy. But basically in that movie it was the V-Juice that rendered them zombies. I mean, who comes up with this stuff? Who comes up with this stuff, man? Malaya, do your homework there. Then let somebody else do theirs. Bam. Bam. Anywho, you still haven't seen it? You need to check it out, sis. You need to check it out. In all of those movies, the people who don't comply, they have to end up in these little sanctuaries. You know? In these little sanctuaries. So definitely somebody has some plans. Somebody somewhere got some plans. Hey, they've been trying to tell us, but we thought we was being entertained. Somebody got plans somewhere. Then we're gonna seal these up. Need some. They got bronchitis? That's crazy. All right, peeps. I'm gonna finish this. I know I'm gonna have to go to some juice. So we're gonna do some sorrel. We're gonna do some tamarind, which weirdly is one of my favorites, and some passion fruit. So I'm gonna see you guys. So I can just go quickly, you don't know, and finish this thing up. So when people say, do you make your own? Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. You could say, yeah, she makes her own. Nothing but love in it. All right. Later, everybody. We're gonna come back another time. Who comes up with this stuff? Immoral genius scientists with them playing. Yeah. Film worker strike. What? Let me open up the floor. Let me see if y'all want to come in and share. Hold on, let me open the mic. Since y'all haven't done this in a while. Who's coming? All right, click the link. We're gonna keep it nice and streamlined. If you want to come in and share something that you think of is of importance to the crew, come in and share. There goes the link right there. Hold on 1 second. All right. And then Oopsie. Hold on. And then, oopsie. All right. Welcome to the conversation, sis. What's going on? Hello?
Hello?
All right. Yeah, we can hear you. What's going on?
Okay, is this me? Apparently it is, because I see the circle.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Because it's not my name showing, that's why. Yes, can you hear me?
No, it's you, Deborah. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, can you still hear? I had to shut down the other window because it was echoing. Okay, hello, nice to see you again. I have not been visiting your yummy cottage for a while because I had bronchitis. And
Oh, what?
Queen sister was mentioning bronchitis. Said, "Oh, blimey, I know exactly what it is." So I actually had like pretty much a collapse of my immune system, and I was in bed for about 4 weeks. Anyhow, you were talking about what people motivate to create really weird movies that to me sound rather predictive. And there's so many of them. And now we seem to be flooded with themes of horror, of omnivorous future, disaster, and most of all, biohazard and genetic manipulation. It seems to be an in thing. And I relate it to people who are not after money because money doesn't really interest them. They're after power. They get a high of power by controlling other people. They see people like figures in a sandbox. And because of that, they will try anything to satisfy their own curiosity. So they have no interest in the welfare of people, though it's brought as if it is about the welfare of people, but really it's not. And that is to me very shocking because it really, it is shocking because it happens, but not surprising because it's deeply human nature as I understand it to be. And it is a good thing we talk about it like in a small circle because people are going overboard with debates, calling each other names, the ones who are vaccinated, the ones who are not vaccinated. Uh, a lot of unrest in many nations, particularly the Caribbean, because I've got several contacts with people in Barbados, and they keep me informed about what's happening in New Zealand, where my daughter lives, in Australia, where my brother-in-law lives. Sorry, my brother lives. So I get the full-blown picture by personal stories, and it can be very daunting because if you had no hope in the Creator, what's left, really?
Good day, ladies.
Hello.
Good
Wow,
day,
thank you
ladies.
for that's thank you for that. Welcome, Queen Nzinga. Thank you for sharing that because as you say, people are experiencing it. Oh, what am I going to do when I up with them? I'm sorry. People are experiencing it differently in different places. Just real quickly. So Australia, according to what I'm seeing, it's not really in the forefront of the news, but Australia is really pressuring the people on another level. Have you gotten any news in that regard?
I
Well, I
heard they
get
were
the
going
news.
in people's houses.
Yeah, I get the news from my brother who lives in New South Wales. Fortunately, he lives in the outback. He lives in a health retreat. He's a
Oh,
sport what you call he teaches sports and healthy living. So he's really out of the cities. But they noticed with the people who are supposed to come and visit them to go through the health treatment, whether it's diabetes, cancer, or whatever, very few are coming in. And now they are pressurizing ministers and people who are in educational offices like health retreats are, because they teach people, right, to have vaccinations.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's horrendous. This, however, as because I used to live in Australia off and on for about 3.5 years between Australia, Indonesia, Fiji, and New Zealand, it does seem to fall in alignment with the general mentality of the European population of Australia, because it used to be a penal colony.
That's
So
right.
basically, people who got quote unquote dumped there were not the people, either whether they were guilty of a crime or not, but they were basically like the rubbish bin.
Yes.
So, and
Much
because
like
it's just,
the pilgrim here
yeah,
in the
exactly.
US. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and because Australia is such a vast continent with huge of empty places, people could move and act any way they wanted, which they did with the Aboriginal
Yes.
people.
Yes.
Horrendous story up till 1970. I think it was 1970 when there was this,
Tasmania.
yeah, there was this movie called the was it the Rabbit Fence? I think it was, about how Aboriginal children were taken away from their mothers and were educated by missionaries. Most of the time were Roman Catholic missionaries at certain outposts to re-educate and raise children according to their Roman Catholic standards. So there were terrible things that happened. About decades later, they offered their apology. But now, when the pressure is on so-called safety or health or whatever, you see that old nature of rude survival of the descendants of the Europeans coming up to the surface. It's unmistakable. Now, New Zealand is where my daughter and my son live and their families. The same process is going also, but New Zealand has a different type of European population. Those were, the educated ones and the adventurers. So that process is somewhat in a lawful way, although it's not lawful because they're still going against the constitutional laws. It's going somewhat slower. It's like in slow motion compared to Australia. The Caribbean, however, and that's really shocking because I have several contacts with people in Barbados, St. Vincent, Jamaica, and all these groups, anti-vaccination group, anti-mandatory vaccination group, appeal after appeal, attack government, get stonewalled, and more companies are pressuring people to get the vaccination or else get fired. Now the lawyers, rights lawyers, are extremely busy in that area. That is the real legal or lawful part of it. Then you have the liberty of conscience movement, who have been working very hard that people have the right to express themselves in whatever religious or whatever conviction. So if you're convicted that this vaccine is a serious danger to your health, that is should be liberty of conscience. Now nowadays it's very hard to get liberty of conscience based on religious grounds because they're sweeping away religious grounds, and it's different in different countries. So
Yeah.
people are getting together, and you have peace marches, you have protests in like in Barbados in front of shops who say that their employees need to be vaccinated, and then they say, don't buy here because they're threatening to fire their employees.
Well,
So they
here in the United States, we're calling it the new Jim Crow because what's
yes.
happening is some of the I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt,
No, it's
but
okay. Go
what's happening here in the States, and also my family's from the British Virgin Islands, and so there's been a lot of pushback on that level. My cousin's a magistrate of our country there, so I've been
on.
trying to keep up with her, and you have got to really, really consider this. And according to the Bible, it states that we are to give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and what is God's unto God's. And our bodies are God. Our
Exactly.
bodies belong to God. The money
Exactly.
belongs to Caesar. You can have the money, Caesar, because your face is on it. But the face of God is on me, and you cannot have that. And that's part of some of the legalities that are being put into mandates, the religious exemptions, in terms of the legal aspect of these mandates. And the opposition. But a lot of people are getting together and just really, really trying to thresh this out. The courts, the judges up here in New York, just recently sided with the nurses and some of the doctors on their exemptions. And then in Texas, I believe the Texas governor, I think I heard it the other day.
Yeah, it was the Texas governor.
Yeah, but also in New York is trying to follow suit. But that has to go to Congress, I believe, in order for it to be approved, completely approved. But he set the wheels in motion. And so there are a lot of strikes that are happening as well. I was saying to Lady Amina that we're possibly going on a film workers strike. That's totally unrelated to the medical aspect, but it should be, because we're tested 3 times a week. On some shows they're tested 5 times a week. And that's every day. You're getting swabs up in your nose, tested swabs. And from what I'm understanding, that Dr. Fauci and the rest of them are trying to get rid of these PCR tests because they are not quite accurate, because they can't read the difference between the flu and C19.
And bronchitis and anemia.
Yes.
Pneumonia. Yeah, because I tested positive when I'm sure I had bronchitis. And I got the thing stuck in my nose and in my throat. So
they can't tell the difference, and we're doing that.
They can't.
We're doing that 3 times, 5 times a week just to work. Not only that, but we're wearing face masks and shields for our job. Like the rest of the crew doesn't have to do that, but the makeup department, we're right up in people's faces. So you're completely exposing yourself, to whatever anybody has. Thank goodness we've not had any major shutdowns and whatever have you, but this is some serious business here, and we have to really start standing up on our feet and doing what we can do. But I say the legal recourse is the way to do it, and to have these strikes. And I say to all of the nurses, the medical people, now let's just use common sense. If this joke was so amazing, where was it during the thick of the first outbreak? Those medical people didn't have the juke back then. They just had masks, and a lot of them are still alive. So how impactful is this thing really? Is it a common flu? Is it a common flu that's,
we just don't know.
We don't know. That's the whole point.
We don't know, because it has really strange traits which you cannot align with other flu viruses. One of the things I found really weird, and that was said, like, what was it, beginning of 2020, that you need to wash the metal surface of your kitchen sink because it would stay alive on metal. And I thought, what kind of weirdness is that?
Yeah, it's supposed to stay on all the surfaces, including your boxes.
On the surface. What's wrong with that thing? And then the other thing is, I was thinking, I'm just speculating, right? Because I don't know. I've not been in the lab. I'm not a lab specialist in medical science and genetic science. But remember anthrax.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthrax was actually put in a powder form and then was sent in envelopes, and supposedly people were getting ill. People were really freaking
No,
out.
people weren't getting ill. They were actually dying.
Okay, dying. But anyway, we don't know what happened. Then later on, I found out that anthrax was found in the perma layer somewhere in an area where where it was defrosted. That's what I read one day.
What?
Yeah, that anthrax was an old type of disease or whatever. I'm not sure whether it's a virus or a bacteria. I'm not sure, right? And the last 20 or 30, maybe even longer, they've been digging in the perma layer of Siberia and somewhere in Canada, and they found those mammoths. And that flesh was still very fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it is very possible that those animals were carrying certain diseases
Yes.
that were brought into the labs nowadays and developed into something like
Yes, those
call
ancient
COVID-19.
diseases. Right.
Yeah, ancient diseases.
Well, here and to piggyback on what you're saying, because I agree with you, Lady Deborah. What? Oh gosh, I'm having a silver moment. the climate change. For us, we don't realize in places like Alaska and where these polar caps are, Antarctica, where these ancient mammals, like you had said, if this continues to happen with the polar caps melting, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. If it continues to melt down and these scientists keep going in there and finding these ancient animals, mammals, viruses, this is what I've been told by doctors. Viruses come from mammals. It comes from the animals. How does it come from the animals? We use animal-based products, or we eat the actual flesh of the animal, or the blood of the animal, these kinds of things, byproducts of the animal. And so this is how these viruses are started up. So if they're saving these things in petri dishes for testing, you don't know if the blood, as you're removing the mammal from whatever to take the specimen to the lab, you may have gotten a piece of a splatter of the blood on your jacket. You don't know. And see, toying with these things is become reckless. And now society is suffering because of the quote unquote recklessness or the discovery of these from these scientists who I believe, a lot of them think that they're doing a great thing. I mean, look at the scientists who were involved in the Manhattan Project. They didn't realize that they were creating a nuclear weapon. And now they go, oops, I'm so sorry. We were going to blow up the planet. We thought we were doing a good thing in the name of science.
This happens when science becomes a new type of religion. That's also a problem.
Absolutely.
When people view themselves as some kind of God on a mission to save humanity from whatever disease or disaster.
Well, I heard in Sweden that they have these nanotechnology companies, and a lot of the medical people there have been on stage. I've been watching a lot of their dissertations lately. Don't ask me why. But they've been bragging about the nanotechnology, quote unquote, chips that they're putting in people, and how these chips are actually operating and functioning in the body.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was fascinating to see, but at the same time, this can be misused.
Yeah.
This can be
Transhumanism.
misused.
I think they call
Exactly.
it transhumanism.
And
Yeah.
they said that in Sweden, they had already done, you know, over 600 people, you know, who are part of that that particular experimentation with the nanotechnology. This is not a good thing. This is not a
Indeed.
good thing.
Thank you guys for holding it.
You want to
I'm
close?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the nanotechnology, the nanobiotechnology.
Look now. Look. Look now. All I gotta say is, you know what I mean? Isn't this some yummy juice?
I love the fact that you're making the tamarind. I haven't had tamarind juice in a while.
That's what I was just sweetening right here. Wait. There it goes right there.
Okay.
While y'all were talking, I was finishing my my work. But I agree. There's a lot going on. For some who are like, what are they talking about? I would just say get into the research. Okay.
Yeah.
I did see and was confirmed. I'll leave it at this. I saw a doctor sharing what the blood of someone who got juked was looking like under the microscope. And there were some sharp, jaggy edges, and it was an object that looked kind of like glass under the microscope. And I got confirmed, real life confirmation from someone who works in a hospital. My phone is about to die, y'all. That is what the people in the hospital are saying. That wait, the people in the hospital are saying in the charts of the patients that their blood is looking like it has sharp, jaggy objects in it. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm talking about, it was online that I saw a doctor saying that, and I'm getting online real life confirmation that that is what's being seen in the day-to-day movements. So as you talk about these technologies and what's being injected, let's just keep those things in mind, shall we? With that said, my phone is going to die. I don't want it to cut off on everybody. So definitely, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll come back again and have some more conversations as we continue to educate ourselves, prepare ourselves, and make the choices that we're going to have to live with.
Like healthy cooking, like you show us the choices to make.
Choices to make.
Healthy
living. This tamarind juice is lit right now.
Is it? Can you DHL? Can you DHL?
The tamarind, I'm about to go finish off the passion fruit and the sorrel, and then
make I love the passion fruit. How are you making your sorrel?
Well, this one I make sorrel punch. So essentially, I just steep the sorrel, grate the ginger, let it sit down, strain it off, add a little lemon. Add a little lime, and then, add a little sugar. And so that's how I make it for the populace. And I call it sorrel punch, and they like it. It's not as heavy as the traditional sorrel.
Yeah.
It has more of a punchy taste than it does that type of, cinnamon, allspice kind of taste.
Them people fall down if they don't have the real one. But you know what?
Listen, no, there's some people I've met, when I'm selling the sorrel that says, I like this better than the other one. Because it really depends on what people put in it. You know what I mean? Oftentimes people make
really healthy. It's really healthy. And you know what a lot of people have been saying in terms of the juk to get it out of your system or to keep your immune system good is star anise. And when we make mabi, one of the ingredients is star anise.
Right, the star anise. They put the pimento seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, y'all. Stay educated. Just implement it. Sorrel is awesome. It's great for the blood. If you draw it straight and don't put no sugar in there and drink it every day, you on your way. You know what I mean?
Yep. Sorry.
So
exactly. What is another name for sorrow as a fruit?
Some people call it hibiscus leaf.
Okay, I know that. Yeah.
And so, but in truth, hibiscus leaf and the actual sorrel are not, they're like in the family, but they're not the same. Hibiscus has like a big broad leaf with the little thin stem that comes. Sorrel is a smaller red leaf. You can eat the leaves like you do spinach. If you grow it fresh.
It almost looks like dragon fruit.
I was looking to see if I have any sorrel pieces around.
The hibiscus is a bloom, but the sorrel plant.
With hibiscus.
Yeah, the sorrel almost looks like
sorrel. Okay, sorrel.
SORREL.
The Africans call it roselle.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Sorrel.
Africans call it roselle, but it almost looks like to me it almost looks like the skin of dragon fruit, like the petals of
pass my charger
fruit.
for me, please. This phone is about to die. Pass my charger, son, please. In the back.
But all of these beverages are very healthy and immune system building because
sorrel
of
is
the
high in the vitamin C. It's high in vitamin C, and it's high in what you call it? It's good for the blood. So toxic
leptin.
You mean the detoxing? The blood?
Let me.
What you meaning?
Oh well, hold on. Now you make me. I'm about to pull the sorrel out. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let you see how red it is. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah, it's good for the blood. It's good for building up the blood cells and the immune system. You know, because the traditional way that it's made, you know, it has the clove, it has the pimento seed, it has, I'm talking about Mauby now, the Mauby bark, and also some of the similar ingredients are used in the sorrel beverage. Some people call it sorrel, some people call it sorrel.
Right, there it is. I've been steeping it, right? So you see how red it is?
Yes, it's beautiful.
I draw it like traditionally you would have already been having your ginger, your cinnamon, if you put that in there, your pimento, which is allspice, you would have already drew it or let it steep for some people days. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but
days.
For the purposes of what I'm doing, I don't do it like that. I just make the punch.
Some people add the pineapple to the punch.
Right. So this is what the leaf looks like.
Okay.
Hold on. See the leaf?
Yeah. Yep.
So this is how the plant usually looks, and the leaf is not as big as hibiscus. And so when you soak this leaf and whatever else, you can literally just strain it off and drink it just like this with no sugar.
As a tea.
Understand? Right, as your tea, you can drink it as your tea. It pairs well with ginger. So oftentimes, because it's for the blood and ginger helps with blood circulation, so people pair it with ginger. That and you just drink it as your tea.
And it's anti-inflammatory.
Right. So check it out. Check out all of the. I think I actually did I'll put it up on the YouTube. I actually did a little infographic of all the things that sorrel helps with. So right now, this is the concentrate. The way I do it for the juice is that I make it super thick for the concentrate, and then I stretch it as need be. You know what I mean? So right now I'm about to just go strain this thing off and go do this thing.
Do you do Mauby at all though down there or no?
No, I don't do Mauby. You know, although maybe it's the first time.
I saw your face when I say it.
Yeah, because the first time I tasted, I was like.
You weren't sure?
I was not sure. There was like, cause it was like invasion. They were like, "Oh, you gotta taste it, Mauby. Mauby tastes real good." And I'm like, "Let me taste this here Mauby you speak of." And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah. Well, you know, everybody has a different recipe for it.
It's distinct. It's also like the cassava. Oh, you gotta taste the cassava pound. I'm like, cassava pound.
Yeah.
I don't do mushy. I already told y'all. I was like, I don't know what y'all making a lot of noise about, but me and this cassava pound, I don't know.
Pound just in general is that texture.
You know, like people get so excited about their special traditional
Yeah.
beverage, and they offer you, and you drink it, and they're looking at your face, and you try to be polite, but your face betrays you.
And then they get mad. You're like, this is interesting. I like to say this has a unique taste.
Yeah.
Like you don't know good food. Well, I'm sorry. I guess I don't. But
You
no,
got a young
sometimes,
palate.
yeah, my palate. The Mavi, it's some things you traditionally eat, and then it's some things that maybe in that island they put, or in that place they prepare it differently.
Yeah.
Ella said, don't hate on the cassava. Listen, I like cassava bami, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like bami. Cassava palm, not so much, right? But
Yes,
the
the
bami,
texture.
fried cassava, the bami, and I tried to make the bami, and I'm still trying to perfect it, but I'll eat bami, but I don't know about the
Are you
cassava
talking
palm.
Chinese noodles made from cassava, bami? Because that's what
No, bami is when they take the cassava, they grate the cassava, you
Yes.
squeeze out all the liquid, and
Yes.
then it starts to come together, and then you fry it, and and it
Yes.
becomes like this pancake. And then
Okay.
you take it, and then they dip it in coconut milk,
Mhm.
and then you fry it again. It's like double fried. I don't know.
Okay.
And
But
then
what kind of herbs or what else do you add to it? Or else it's just a bit
a little salt.
starchy.
I mean, bami is kind of like, it's equivalent to, like, in Nigeria, I guess it would be the fufu. The
Yeah,
way they
fufu.
pound the yam, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
equivalent to that. So it's kind of what you eat the real food with.
Okay.
You know
Because
what
I
I
only
mean?
know fried cassava from heri, which is in Suriname, like what they used to eat in the villages, in the what they call the bakajari or the backlands, and that would be fish with
Right.
salted fish with cassava with a
They usually eat it
bakabana
with fried
and an
fish.
egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually eat bami with fried fish.
And you know,
usually do.
as you say, Suriname, a lot of people don't realize Suriname is part of the Caribbean.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just like Guyana is part of the Caribbean, it's considered
Yeah,
part
Guyana.
of the Caribbean.
Y'all
And
got me talking
Panama.
about, I love my Guyanese people, but even the way people do curry from place to place is different. Like,
Very
because
different.
it's very, like, some curry is green. I don't know that I'm accustomed to green curry. You know what I mean? And some curry, you know, they have all of these different things. It's really just opening up your mind to say, maybe that's not how I grew seeing it, but maybe it can be prepared in a different way. You know what I mean?
But the flavor is very similar, because I remember when I was on tour in Amsterdam, and we were on, I was on a big pop tour with a pop artist, and I was like, I need my people food. Where my people food at? I was having a meltdown. On tour. So someone
Give
said,
me
well,
some spice.
yeah, give me some spice. So someone said, well, there's a Surinamese restaurant around here. And I was like, Suriname? What do you mean? Where is it? So I went there, but I'd never met any Surinamese people. I never met them.
Okay.
So I really didn't know, because I was really young at that point.
Right.
But, when I went there, and the manager of the restaurant heard that I was with Mary J. Blige on this tour, and he was like, "Oh my God, Mary J. Blige, I love her." So he wound up feeding me the entire meal complimentary.
Okay.
And so I'm eating the food, and I'm like, "Wait a minute!
It tastes familiar.
This people food, this home
Tastes
food,
familiar.
This is home food." The curry was very similar, and all the flavor. They didn't have the peas and rice like you do, but it was very similar. And I said, "Where these people get plantain from here?"
No, a lot of the things are, it's a lot of things are similar. A lot of things are similar. Like India B said, an Indian red curry. I went to a Tampa restaurant with a friend, and they served me a curry. I was all in their pot. I was like, so tell me something. I called them to tell me what is Chef Footy now. You know what I mean? Yo, I was like, I taste.
What makes
like,
it
we
red,
just
so?
eat the food.
What
I'm like,
make
no,
it red?
I need to know what happened here. Because that curry was hitting. I ain't even going front. I was like, tell me something.
I know it's
So
banging.
they put the curry leaves. They told me another pepper that I was like, listen now, we need conversation. Soursop is good. Soursop, Truthful Perspective asks about soursop. Soursop leaves are good tea. They say it fights cancer, as well as the soursop. The only thing with the soursop, I'm not gonna front. You eat a lot of it, it's going to make your urine very pungent.
Oh.
It carries
Nice, not nice for visitors. If your whole family eats, not a problem. But when somebody else come and use your bathroom,
it'd be like, what is that? They say it's good for bedwetters, but I remember there was a lot of soursop overseas, and when the season, we were just eating soursop, and you're like, what is that smell? You know what I mean? It's the soursop.
Oh my goodness, just like that fruit in Indonesia and Asia that is forbidden to take on the airplane, not jackfruit, but durian. You can't take durian with you.
Yes.
Oh, you
Which
can.
one is that? I don't know that one.
Durian is family of the
They call it stink fruit.
Oh.
It tastes like it smells like garlic mixed with cream.
Yeah,
Oh,
they call it stink fruit. They call it stink fruit.
And
Yes.
you either love it or you hate it. There's no thing in between. You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, I like tasting fruit from different places, because some fruits you've never seen before in other they had a fruit called cashmere. It's like a kind of like a custard apple, but it's has these big seeds, black seeds, and they're like green. It's almost like custard inside. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's the cashmere, they call it a cashmere fruit. So much. Some durian fruit stick. I never heard of that one. Which one is that?
Durian.
Y'all got me over here. Y'all know I'll be like, ooh, I like trying different. As you can see, look, my fruit here. This one, is cactus. It's cactus pear.
Yeah.
Cactus pear. Have you ever eaten cactus?
Cactus pear.
Yeah, eat cactus. Napalas. The Spanish call it napalas.
Yeah, the napalas.
You take it and make they cook it, or you can take it and make salad.
Yeah, it's great for salad.
Yeah,
it's yummy.
It's great. Yeah. So look, this has been great. I haven't seen you guys in a while, and thank everybody for tuning in. I'm at the 2-hour mark, y'all. I'm gonna finish up this.
You look lovely, by the way. You look lovely, you know.
Thank you so much.
You look rested, eh?
I'm trying, I'm trying to get my sleep at night.
Your skin is glowing in there.
Focus, good food, one big smile, communication.
Smile, yeah, I call it. You can't make them get you down.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm always amazed by? How you manage to keep your locks so tightly wrapped that it doesn't fall forward or backward. My goodness.
Oh, my head wrap.
It's really your base, your hands.
No, it was my locks. My locks are under there, so my locks are pretty long. So when I make a
wrap
bun,
the locks first.
I wrap my locks first. Wait, I hit me that wait for. Hold on.
Lady Deborah.
Yes.
Where are you now? Are you guys on lockdown over there? What's happening?
Well, I'm in the Netherlands. I live in Rotterdam.
Oh, you're in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Now I was waiting on the mailman. My bottles came because I was waiting on my bottles.
Is on for taking the vaccination in all kinds of professions.
Yo, this dude be moving quick too, yo. He does be.
It's
how
like
you know somebody's even here?
education, public workers. Well, I'm not working at the moment, so I'm not really bothered with that, but I don't know. It will stretch itself
I haven't
out,
seen you
not
guys in a
just
while.
for working people. It's not only that, the quality of food, food with seeds,
Leave it, baby.
a simple thing. I have this rather, I don't know if I can call it sinister.
Already know.
I think that this mandatory vaccination business and the seedless fruits and non-biological fruits are actually components towards society that's a global society that is so controlled that people have very little say in
I
what
bet
they
you they
go
put the thing
eat,
all the way in the bottom.
where they live, and how they
Yeah.
make their choices.
Oh, you know why?
So
Because it's
when you
upside
are
down.
still able to make healthy choices in your life right now, please do so. And if possible, don't stay in the major cities, because when major cities go on lockdown, everything goes on lockdown, including your vegetables and your fruit.
Wow.
So
All right,
you
peeps.
better off living in the country if you can, in communities
So the
that are
so the farmers are
self-sufficient.
being affected there as well.
Look, they miss
Well, the farmers have-
they miss me, Ronald. They miss me. Sorry to cut you guys. My bottles came. That's what I was kind of waiting on, because they sent me the wrong ones the last time. So
Oh dear.
I know you guys miss me. I miss you too. I'm sending you guys love.
Okay.
But I'm about to go
Yes.
Amuna speed now.
Okay, it's cool. I'm just saying your
I'm
locks
about to go in
obey
the zone
you.
now.
They just stay straight
You getting
up.
your bottles for your juices?
Yes.
That's who the mailman. Let me just tell y'all, the mailman be acting like he know I'm here. Like if he knocked the door one time, boop, he just dropped the stuff and leave. You know what I mean? So one time I rolled up and then my stuff was just hanging out in the front door. I'm like, yeah, what are we doing? So I was waiting on my bottles to come. They're here, so I gotta
You
hunker
said,
down.
what are we doing?
That's old style, like 40 years ago. They just
Yeah,
put your bottles on your
but this is a commercial. He be like, oh, bye. I'm like, yo, bro, what if somebody teeth my stuff, yo? What's going on? But
What?
no more side bless nobody and teeth my stuff. So.
Does he know that it's fragile?
He don't care. They just be throwing. Yeah, listen. They just be like, whoop. I'm like, the boss.
No.
They don't care. They don't care. One other time I ordered something, it was all mashed up. It was all cricked up in the stuff. Anywho, the sorrel awaits. Guess what? I'll link you guys. Look out for Miss Karen. She's coming back. If you haven't checked out the Yummy Cottage, check that out. I know I've been all over the place today. I want to thank Queen Nzinga. I want to thank Deborah. It's glad you're feeling better. Thank everybody. LF, Truthful Perspective, India B. You know what I'm saying? Queen T. Everybody who tune in, who will tune in. Bless up yourself. Love your one another. Love yourself. Take care of yourself, like Deborah is saying. And if you can make changes, make changes. Better you do it than they do it. You know what I mean? So we'll be back again, though. I'm going to charge this phone.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.